Hi, past, present, and future homeowners and sellers. It's your homegirl, Justina. Welcome back to another episode of the Property Buyer's Guide. So this week on the Property Buyer's Guide, we will be discussing additional financing options, such as prepaid bonds, readvances, and further bonds. We will have a chat with a returning guest today, Ms. Rozina Jacobs, who is the FNB Home Loan Sales Support Manager. Welcome, Rozina.
Thank you for having me.
Can you explain the available options for further financing?
Justina, there are three options customers can consider. One is a prepaid. Now, what is a prepaid? A prepaid is all additional funds you pay into your home loan account. What does it mean? It means, an example, my home loan installment is 10,000 a month, but I have an extra 5,000 that I want to pay.
Okay.
Then I increase my installment to 15,000. Or you can do a bulk payment if you get lucky, 100,000, put it in your home loans account. It's also a great opportunity for saving.
Okay.
You will have access to that money anytime when you need it.
Rozina, are there any benefits then to paying additional funds into your home loan account, such as the 5,000 extra, for example, that you mentioned?
Definitely there are benefits. Remember, your interest is calculated on the outstanding balance.
Yeah.
So if you add additional funds to your home loan, it reduces your outstanding balance.
Okay.
Meaning your interest charge for that month will be less.
Okay.
But also remember that when you draw the prepaid, it increases your outstanding balance.
Back to
So
the
it's
original.
in and out.
Okay. Okay.
Another one is readvance. Readvance is the difference between the original bond amount. Remember, you register a bond amount
Yes.
and what your outstanding balance is today. If your original bond amount is 2 million and you owe the bank 1.5, you have access to the 500,000. But do remember that we still do a credit assessment on the individual to determine whether the individual is good to go for the original bond amount.
Okay. And you don't have to apply for a new bond or go through that entire bond registration process?
No bond registration, but it's still an application process. You still go via credit for them to assess affordability in your life.
Okay.
And the third option, Justina, is further bonds. It can be a second bond, a third bond, any subsequent bond that will have to be registered in the deeds office. The application process is the same as an original application, where your application is captured. It goes through all our processes, where it ends up with credit for final credit, and then valuations for consideration whether the loan amount and the value of the property is good to go for.
Can be considered. And then you'd have to go through that entire bond registration process as well.
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
And so then to end off with, Rozina, can you confirm or can you explain what is it that a homeowner needs to look at when they're considering further financing options?
When you apply for any facility at any financing, at FNB, we do follow a normal process that is guided by our credit policy.
Yeah.
And that policy is very specific when it gets to whether your application is approved or not. And that's basically driven by whether you can afford the further financing.
Yeah.
And also, I think what is very important that customers must look at is if, for instance, you want to renovate, upgrade, especially structural changes on your property, it's important to be cognizant of location. Location is very important. That we don't overcapitalize
in a specific area.
In the property, yes.
Rozina, what you're actually saying is affordability is definitely key when individuals are looking for refinancing options. They should ensure that they actually have enough money to be able to pay these installments with any of these additional financing tools or options that they're going to use.
Absolutely.
Okay. So thank you, Rozina, for guiding us through the different financing options available to homeowners. Understanding these options can be crucial to anyone looking to manage their property investments. Stay tuned for the next episode of the Property Buyer's Guide. See you next week.